So, this is the Acer 27-inch, whatever the heck the name is, it's somewhere in the title, and this is my new monitor. I just recently purchased this monitor, and I am really enjoying using it, so I decided to do an unboxing, because I know it's a very, very popular model of monitors. It's one of the most popular on Amazon in the 27-inch category, so we're going to open up this box, and it's a pretty bland box, I'll have to say, but inside is where all the jewels lay, the diamonds, or whatever you'd like to call it. So it is some complicated packaging. Not a fan of the packaging, but in the top here we have some styrofoam, of course, which holds the monitor, and also the wires and such. Trying to get this out of here was a struggle. You have no idea how much effort I had to put into that. If you aren't the strongest person, it may not be the easiest for you. Here is the actual stand that goes at the bottom of the monitor. It's a cool little X-shaped thing. I think it looks quite nice, and of course it doesn't take up too much space. It's not some giant wide base or anything like that, and of course it just attaches to the little leg that attaches to the monitor, and it works really quite well. I think it's a nice sleek design. I did purchase this off of Amazon for only $170 US. Of course, I shouldn't say that. It might be expensive for some of you, but it is like $80 less than most of the other monitors in the 27-inch category. Here we have a cable. I believe this is the VGA cable that came with it. Not going to be using that. Here is the DVI. I am currently using this. Of course, it's 1080p, I believe up to 144 Hz. It does its job. And of course, we have the power cable and the actual little power supply, whatever you'd like to call it. It's actually a nice small power supply here. We're going to take the power cable out, of course, nicely tied up with the cable tie and such. And here is the power supply. I'm very surprised at the size of the power supply. My past monitor was a Samsung 23-inch, and the power supply was about the size of my head, and I have been told that I have a fairly large head. People are mean. So that's really all that there is there. Now we're going to get into the monitor and of course the rest of the stuff in the box. There's not much more in the box besides the actual monitor, of course. And there is the manual and of course the driver disc, which I don't even use. I don't think you actually need to use drivers for most modern day monitors anymore. So here is the last of the styrofoam that of course held the monitor. Here is the little manual and such. Nothing really special there. I don't think I've actually looked at the manual or anything like that. And here is the little thingy-majingy dingy-wingy that holds the monitor. You just apply it into the back of the monitor. It was difficult to get it in there, but you'll eventually get it in. You of course screw it in, and that's about it. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory. Here is the manual and of course the driver disc. I don't think you actually have to use the driver disc. I didn't do it and I have no problems. I did have a little issue because my Windows was thinking I had multiple monitors connected when I really didn't. I had to contact Geek Squad and they fixed that for me. Don't know what that issue was. I couldn't figure it out, but they somehow of course hacked into my computer and fixed it. And here is the actual panel itself. I had my thumb on it. Luckily, I'd cleaned my hands just before this, so that fingerprint really didn't stick. It's pretty much fingerprint free right now. It's a giant monitor, at least for me, because going from a 23 to a 27 is pretty crazy. It's a massive difference. It's kind of like on a small TV now, which I really like. Of course, for playing games, it's awesome. A lot easier to spot enemies and such. And of course, text is a little larger, so you don't have to strain your eyes trying to focus in on those tiny little text and such. And this thing, pretty simple. I was trying to put it in the wrong way. It just simply clicks in there once I spin it around and I figure out what the hell's going on. Come on, Drew, you can do it. Just, no, spin it around, genius. No, there. Yep, there you go. And it goes right in just like that. And of course, the monitor goes on it from there. Pretty simple, self-explanatory, nothing too complicated there. And I don't know, I'm just messing with it. The little screw that actually screws into there is very simple. You could just screw it in with your finger, and of course if you want to actually use a screwdriver, you can to get it in tight, but that doesn't really matter because the monitor is going to sit on top of that, and it's going to push it right down into the actual feet. And here we have the manual and whatever the heck is in there. I don't even know. I barely looked at that stuff. I kind of just went online, registered the warranty, and that's about it. Now, here is the actual monitor. It is assembled, and these are my attempts to be a professional photographer with these cool camera angles, but my tripod did not allow me to get those smooth pans and such. I apologize about that, but that's really it. That is really all that there is to this monitor. I hope you all enjoyed this unboxing. I could definitely recommend this monitor, although it doesn't have audio, so if you're looking for that, I can't recommend it. And besides that, I will catch all of you in the next one.